Welcome back to the Dutch and Denver podcast, man. I'm Dutch. I'm in or around Denver, and we're getting started. I know I'm a night late or whatever, but it was because what did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, I went sailing yesterday and drank all day and hung out and just didn't really fucking feel like doing a podcast. And I, played ESO with the gooses and shit like that. So podcast didn't happen, man. But it's here and it's a day late. So fucking deal with it. Lots of stuff to talk about again, man. Lots of stuff. What do we want to do? Politics first, football first, or my random opinions first? Because I got some shit I want to talk about with fucking semi trucks. Let's just get into that now. Okay? I understand we need semi trucks, tractor trailers, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Okay? I get that. I totally get that. They transport all our goods, blah, blah, blah. But a couple things here, man. A, they should never be in the left lane. I do not care the circumstance unless, okay. If there's one singular lane, they could be in the left lane. But if there's ever two lanes or more, they're never allowed in the left lane. Ever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if your truck can do 80, 90, 100. Doesn't matter. You're never allowed in the left lane. And if you are in the left lane, you lose your license for a year. Unless again, there's one lane, or like if there's a baby in the left lane and you have to swerve, fine. Miss the baby, get your ass right back in the right lane. Okay? That's decree number one. This is getting ridiculous, man. I'm so fucking tired of, some asshole in the right lane doing 74 and then some trucker doing 74 and a half who gets over and takes an hour to pass the guy. Fuck that. You're getting paid to drive. Sit back. And I know you guys are gonna bitch, but oh no, some of them only get paid mileage, not time. I don't know, man. Negotiate a better contract. I don't fucking care. Get out of my way. Secondly, and maybe not most importantly, but yeah, you're never allowed in the left lane ever. Unless again, there's only one lane or you gotta like dodge a child. If it's a deer, run it over. You're not allowed there. Secondly, if your truck is a couple things, not strong enough, too overloaded, or you're just a dipshit that getting on the highway, you can't get anywhere close to the current highway speed. Done. No more license for you. New truck, whatever. You're fucking fired. And what I mean by here is our highway that I'm talking about is speed limit is 75 miles an hour. Okay. If you're in a truck and you get on the highway ramp and you go on the highway and I get behind you and we enter the highway doing 35 miles an hour, you're the problem. Or your truck is, I don't give a shit. That should never fucking happen. You should at least get to 50, maybe 60 on the on ramp. But if you can't get there, you get a new truck or you're overloaded or you're a shitty driver. Either way, you're fucking fired for 1 year. You do not get a license. You do not get to make any money. Fuck yourself. That is dangerous, annoying, and everything that we're getting on the highway at 35 fucking miles an hour. And it's not enough that people don't get over for cars getting on the highway. So not only do I have to negotiate that shit, but your stupid ass is doing 35 miles an hour in front of me. And if you're a trucker and you listen to this, I don't know how you found this, but welcome. But if you fit in any of those categories, you're an asshole. And You're not welcome. Fuck you. Learn how to drive, get a bigger truck, don't carry so much weight. I don't know what to tell you, man. And if you're like, well, the entrances aren't long enough for me to get up to speed, go to a different entrance. There's your solution. Do not get on the highway at 35 miles an hour. Do not be in the left lane. And finally, and I've waffled on this a little bit. I don't want you in Glenwood Canyon anymore. So for those of you who don't know, through Colorado has two highways, like functional ones. I-25 goes north and south, and then I-70 goes east and west. Okay, if you need to get from southern Colorado to northern, you take I-25. And I know some people are going to bitch about this, but that's what happens. Okay, if you need to go east and west, you take I-70. Both of them are routes, trade routes for interstate commerce. Okay, I mean, if you're going to take something across the United States, you basically have to take I-70. You take, I-10 or whatever down south and blah blah blah. But I mean, a lot of traffic, semis, tractor trailers are on I-70. I get that, and a lot of them are I-25. I get that, but one of the problems is that I-70 goes through the Rocky Mountains. It goes through some steep parts of the Rocky Mountains. So not only does your ass have to go up the Rocky Mountains slowly, and when I say slowly, we're talking like some of them are, doing 5 miles an hour, but they're in the right lane, which is fine with me. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you're in a semi, whatever, you're long dipshit, and the guy in front of you is doing 5 miles an hour, you cannot get in the left lane ever. You have to do 5 miles an hour with him. I don't know, get your bumper, push him up the fucking hill. I don't care. You're never allowed in the left lane. Okay, but the point is that, yeah, going up the hill sometimes they go super duper slow. I get it. It's really steep. You're loaded down, blah, 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 whatever. And then coming down the hill, they have to go slow too because they weigh a lot. And if they go fast, they'll never be able to stop. Then we have runaway truck ramps and all that shit. And you'll have some crazy Mexican plow through like 9 people, kill a bunch of them, and the governor will pardon him because our governor's a piece of shit. Long story, yeah. But after you get through the mountains, okay, and you come down Vail Pass and you kind of coast, now you've made it past the Continental Divide. And for those of you people that don't know, the Continental Divide is like the middle of the country where it decides which rivers flow to which ocean. I don't know if you knew that, but it happens in the Eisenhower Tunnel. There's a little sign, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but once you've hit that, for the most part, if you're heading west, once you hit the Continental Divide, it's downhill. For the most part. And then if you're heading east, same thing. Okay. I mean, you do have, but for the most part, it's downhill. So after you've passed that gauntlet of shit, you got to go through, if you're going west, even coming east, but you got to go through Glenwood Canyon. And Glenwood Canyon is like, obviously it's a canyon, and there's Glenwood Springs, but it's a canyon, and it's a real pretty canyon. Like there's a lot of, great formations, shit like that. There used to be a great place called Hanging Lake that everyone that wasn't from here absolutely fucked up and completely fucking ruined. And you're all scumbag pieces of shit for it. That's why I hate everyone that wasn't born here. In Colorado, that is. Because you all fucking ruined this. There's no doubting it. You nerds fucked Hanging Lake up. Okay, but yeah, you go through Glenwood Canyon. And it's canyon. Like you've got train track right next to mountain. And I know if you guys aren't watching this live, you don't know, but I'll paint a better picture. Okay, you're driving through the canyon, and we're going west. On your far left, you have train track. that is right up against canyon wall, like 1,000-foot canyon wall, straight up. I don't know, 1,000, real high canyon walls. Okay, you're not seeing out of this thing. You can Google Glenwood Canyon too. It's super pretty. So you got train track on your far left, river, big river. We whitewater raft through that shit. You do all kinds of big river. Then you have the eastbound highway, which is kind of like half under the westbound highway because they're not side by side. They're elevated on pillars like the whole time to mitigate the damage they did when they built the highway to the natural ecosystem. Like, it's won awards and shit. It's a genius way to do things, blah, blah, blah. So I'm told. But it's like the highways are kind of like quasi stacked on each other. So you got railroad on the far left. We're going west. You got a river. A river. Not like the slow Mississippi, but like, you know, a whitewater rafting fucking river. Okay. And then you've got eastbound and then westbound. And then right next to westbound, sheer cliffs. Okay. All the way up. It's tight. Okay. There's no like pulling off or anything like that. And it's curvy, but it's tight is what's important. And the highway's kind of stacked. So, you know, like, yeah, you Google it, man. I don't know how to explain this to you. But the point I'm making is it's the only way west or east on I-70. And if it gets fucked up, you got to take like an 8-hour detour, literally 8 hours. Okay. It's not good. So here's my third proposal. There's no more trucks allowed on that portion. They mess it up too much. Like, I don't know, Tuesday, what is it, Thursday now? Monday or Tuesday, some truck lost control, fucked up. The highway's been closed for like 3 days. So all that can't because some dipshit fucked it up. Nope, you're out. You all have to take, all trucks need to take a different route. I don't care anymore. Like, commerce is one thing. Jack the price up a little bit more. You know, fuck Harris, Biden, all them. Shit's expensive now. Jack the prices up a little bit more. This is nonsense that some moron in a semi can close down a major thoroughfare highway for multiple days. Could they launch? I don't know what happened. I don't even care. It should not be closed for multiple days, hours even, because yeah, it has mudslides and rock slides, and then that takes weeks to clean up. But that's Mother Nature. Okay. I mean, I'm pissed about that too. I think you should do a better job of mitigation. It's 2024. Figure it the fuck out. But, you know, if like a 10 million pound boulder falls through the fucking highway, okay. But if some asshole in a semi truck fucks up and screws shit up for a while, that's not my problem. That's your problem. And you should sue that company for trillions of dollars that they've lost in commerce. Or here's my plan. Don't let them go through there anymore. They always fuck it up, and I'm sorry, but if one or two dipshits fucked it up for everybody else, get rid of them. The tunnel I was talking about, the Eisenhower one, if you have hazardous material, you know, like gasoline, you're not even allowed in there. You have to go take US 6. It's a whole other long fucking thing. But yeah, because if there's an accident inside that tunnel, it's a goddamn catastrophe. It's terrible, awful, fire, terrible, God. Same thing in the canyon if you have one of those accidents. So quit letting semis go through there. I'm sorry, but get rid of them. This is bullshit. All right. So yeah, no semis in the left fucking lane. Right? Yeah, no semis in the left. If you can't get on the fucking highway at a reasonable speed, or even do a reasonable speed on flat land, most interstate highways, you know, you get a downhill when you're going on. You know, you're not like coming from the bottom shooting up. You know, you have the overpass and then you go downhill to get on the highway. That should help you. If you can't get on the highway at the right speed, fuck off. Find a new way. I don't give a shit. You just don't. And no more trucks in Glenwood Canyon. That's my plan. I'm sure, again, people will bitch about it. Fuck you, nerd. All right. Your little truck is not that important to me. Don't you get stuff on trucks? Yes, I do. I do not care, though. Most of my shit comes on airplanes, though. Little known fact. All right. Dude, we got to figure out the color correction on this, or I'm colorblind. This looks blue, right? The Yeti looks blue. It's fucking teal. Like in real life. I mean, it's teal. This was this wasn't the agave one. I'll figure out what it is. But it looks blue on the camera. It looks a little more teal on that screen. I don't know. Yes, let me know. All right. Want to do sports or no? Let's go with it. Let's continue with the anger. So Trump was an attempted assassination again, twice. What the fuck is going on? I mean, really. Uh-oh. What honestly is going on in this country, man? The guy's had 2 attempted assassinations in as a couple months, and no one seems to give a shit. And I mean, no one. Like, obviously, the media is gonna, the liberal wackos on the media are not gonna say anything. They covered it for like 1-2 days. Turns out the guy was like some whack job Ukrainian supporting idiot. Okay. And that story went away. Poop, gone. No, nothing to see here, folks. But even like, I don't see how Republican members of Congress or whatever, our government, are so quiet about this. Like, they're trying to kill a presidential candidate, and it's not like it's been real spread out. I mean, it's been, like once a month, and one of them actually hit him. He just missed. He grazed an ear. And this one, thanks to some Secret Service guy who like saw a muzzle, just didn't ask questions and shot, which, praise Jesus or God or Allah, whoever the fuck cares. But how is this not like a bigger deal? Is what I don't understand. Okay, like, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Well, I do care. But in this instance, I don't care. You should not be dodging bullets in America. Other countries, sure, but that's other countries. Fuck them. Who cares? You should not be dodging bullets in America. That's fucking insane. What's even crazier is that the media is just not going to talk about it. It didn't happen in their little world. And then the craziest of crazy, like, this is on par with trying to figure out like the difference between, like men and women are different. Okay. Is that people on the left are blaming Trump for this somehow. Be like, hey man, like, if you didn't say stuff that was so, triggering to us, we wouldn't try and kill you. Think how fucking crazy that is. Like, if you didn't say things that made me sad, then I wouldn't have had to try and kill you. That's insane. But that's what they're saying. It's like Trump's remarks and his rhetoric and all that is just so inflammatory that, I mean, it sets people off and they try and kill him. And I mean, it's his fault. He should just not talk. When in all actuality, the crazy inflammatory rhetoric is from the left. Like, it has been since Obama. Like, Obama spent 8 years calling everybody a racist. He was the worst at it, okay? And I know, yeah, that's actually what happened. And since you guys' logic and memories aren't rooted in fucking reality, I can't help you. But the left gets up there and is like, hey, man, this guy's a threat to democracy, which, again, for the 900 millionth time, we are not a democracy, you fucking third graders. Nothing. We are a constitutional republic. Very different. We have democracy stuff. Sometimes. We're not a democracy, though, dipshit. So if Trump is indeed a threat to a democracy, it shouldn't matter to you because we're not a democracy. It doesn't matter. But yeah, they get on there and they're like, he's a dangerous person. He's a threat to democracy. He's a threat to women's rights. He's a threat to all the threat, dangerous, Hitler, blah, 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 all this stuff. How can you not expect some crazies to go out there and be like, well, I'm a complete fucking idiot, so I believe anything that the Democrats say. A second Hitler sounds pretty bad. Maybe I should go take pop shots at this guy. Like, how do you expect? And then, like I said, the left's like, well, God, if Trump hadn't just said he loved America and all this other hateful shit, maybe we wouldn't have to try and kill him. Or, but again, it's how many Republicans, because last week, I know you guys listen to this, I get numbers. Not a lot of you, but some of you do. I actually last week, I think, what has Biden Harris done for any of you in a positive way? Nobody responded. Nothing. Not a single fucking thing. And I've got people on here that are asking me questions from like 10 years ago. Like, you remember when I made you this Easter egg? Absolutely, I do. I still have pictures on my phone. If you do listen to this podcast, Orange Crush. Okay. I still have that. I still remember it. Absolutely. So people do engage here. But when I ask you for one fucking thing that Biden and Harris has done to make your life better, you're all silent. So that either leads me to believe you're afraid to make something up or they haven't done anything for you. So then here, I have another thing for you. Where's the rhetoric coming from the right that says Kamala Harris is a threat to this country or world? Of course she is. She's a threat to a lot of things. We're not taking pop shots at her. I guarantee you, if the shoe was on the other foot, man, we'd be hearing about this shit for months, probably years. Which I think we should. We don't assassinate political candidates or political people in this country. That's crazy shit that foreigners do. We're not them. So if, fucking the Muppets up there call him a threat to democracy like 2 days after this happened, it is your fault this is happening if you're on the left. You understand that, right? Like for once, you're the crazy bastards riling up the crazier bastards. This is 100% on you. Own it. And put a stop to it. Oh, but that is for your agenda and blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Yeah, so, yeah, you're all fucking nuts. Prove my point even further. Like, we still be friends and hang out, but like I said, I'm not going to disown you as a friend unless you get, like, real crazy. We're just never going to talk politics and just know that I think you're a complete fucking retard. We can still be friends. I can be friends with dumb people. Whatever. Apparently Israel's blowing people's dicks off. This made me smile. A couple days ago, have you guys heard about this? Of course you have. Or you're, So I guess what happened was Israel intercepted a shipment of pagers from China to Hamas, Hezbollah, I don't know, some terrorist fucks in the Middle East. Like, yeah, pagers, like 1999 or 1990, like, beep, beep, and it has like a number. And if you were real rich, you had one that you could send like a small message. Pagers. Israel intercepted a shipment of these pagers from China to terrorists and filled them full of like plastic explosives and a detonator and a remote or radio thing. I don't know. And then the other day, like, just all set them off at once and just blew a bunch of dicks off a bunch of terrorists. Killed a couple, injured a bunch. I love it. I think it's awesome. It's fucking hilarious. Um, A plus Israel. And I guess then a day later, a couple hours, I don't know, walkie talkies that these terrorists had started blowing up too. I love it, dude. I think it's awesome. These people are scumbags and deserve everything they get. What about the civilians, Dutch? Well, I'll tell you, honestly, what I think about the civilians is, collateral damage. I'm sorry, man, but you let these people take control because you hate Israel so much or whatever, you're weak. Well, not everybody can, it started somewhere. America had enough of the British and we told them to fuck off. So get your shit together and tell these guys to fuck off. But you're not going to get any help because everybody's so goddamn worried about their own shadow right now that terrorists are people too and blah, blah, blah. And we can't help you anymore. So, I don't know what to tell you, man. Sorry, it sucks, but get rid of them yourselves or I don't know. Like, I don't have a solution to this. It's not my problem. It's your problem. And if you have a bunch of hateful terrorist fucks running your country and, we try and blow them up and you're standing next to them, sorry. And it's not even us. I guess our, State Department was like, we had no idea about this. Which, shows a giant incompetence on our State Department, but also that Israel's done asking for permission. They're just like, dude, fuck this. We're getting rid of these people that are trying to destroy us, which I support them wholeheartedly at. Go nuts, guys. I think it's awesome. You should do it more. Like, that's awesome. Can we talk about why they're still using pagers? Because I thought about this and I was going to be like, dumb terrorists using pagers. But then I realized that maybe you can't, like, trace pagers like you can a cell phone. Like, listen in on calls, or maybe you can. I don't know, but it just seems kind of dumb that you guys are still using walkie-talkies and pagers. But then again, you are a bunch of barbaric fucking heathens that need to be eradicated from this planet. So yeah, that seems about right. Okay. You want to do sports now? How long have we been doing this shit for? Where's the time? All right, perfect. Let's talk some sports, man. The gambling last week did not go well at all. I think I pretty much lost everything. Like every bet. I won like one underdog bet. The rest were just fucking garbage. We're not even talking about that. I'm down bad. I have new ones this week. Like, I'm gonna take SC and the points. Auburn and SC and Auburn. I'm gonna do. I have one in a night that is not going well. Like, not going well at all. Yeah, like, holy shit. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, either way. But mine are Auburn points, and then SC on the points. Yeah, they're gonna absolutely destroy Michigan. And then NFL, Ravens. No way I'm taking the straight up money line. No way they're gonna go start 0-3. And the Cowboys suck at home. And then the Buccaneers because the Broncos are fucking terrible at 6.5. And I got some other ones I just can't remember them. So whatever, we'll see how they go. A little quiet parlay that I'm not even going to talk about, but we'll see. Okay, sports. Let's start with SC. They had a bye week. Nothing exciting happened. They played Michigan in the big house this week. I think they wiped the floor with them. I think Texas obviously is number one. I think Georgia's number two, and I think SC is still top five. If they beat Michigan, I think they win the Big Ten and probably maybe Texas SC rematch. It's a long thing, but they definitely win if they beat Michigan, they win the Big Ten. Unless there's some shenanigans with Ohio State, which there probably will be. But I played video games with this guy that was like, the Big Ten invited all these big schools in because everybody complained that they had no competition. So they invited the Pac-12 in and blah, blah, blah. So they had competition. People couldn't bitch. Couple things here. The only reason that SC and the, who was it, UCLA and Oregon are Big Ten? Somebody else, I don't know, is money. Okay? It's got nothing to do with competition because Ohio State still has their fucking Little Sisters of the Poor schedule. Michigan might have been like, well, we should probably schedule some tougher games. And they're paying for it because they're getting routed. Texas came in there and fucking dismantled them. We already talked about that. So, you know who you are, Night Stalker. Terrible fucking opinion. It was all about money. Because, out of the Big Ten, who do you watch? Michigan, Ohio State. And now they have Oregon and SC in there. Now you got 4 more teams, but Ohio State's still dodging people. Still ducking matchups. Still playing Little Sisters of the Poor, FCS schools, shit like that. It's not going to make a difference. They're going to have to play somebody big sometime, and they're going to lose. Like always. Unless the refs help them out, or they play another shit Big Ten school. Okay, so yeah. SC definitely, I think they're 6.5. They're going to beat Michigan by more than that. And if they don't, then I was wrong, and they're not going to win the Big Ten, and they're just another dog meat team. Okay. The Buffs. The Buffs went into, after getting absolutely slaughtered by Nebraska, they went into Cal State University, and they beat them pretty handily. But again, they should. This is a Mountain West school that is pathetic. You should absolutely beat them by a lot. They did not look any better, though. CSU just looked really bad. Okay. Interesting in-state rivalry thing. Like, CSU talked a lot of shit. Which, I don't blame them. But then they lost and just, Deion said one word to their head coach and left. Their head coach has been a dick to Deion. I would do the same thing. I might not even shake his hand. I would just fucking leave. Shador didn't talk to anybody from the other team. Like, there's no happy at the end, like, good game. It's like, fuck you guys. We beat you. Get bent, nerds. Which I'm fine with because CSU talked a ton of shit. And the Buffs talk shit. Okay? And they won this one. So they put their money where their mouth is. They're still not great. Like right now, I think Baylor's +2. I don't know, man. I think the Buffs can go in there and win, but I don't know. Baylor's not great. And we beat TCU last year on a whim. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not touching that game. I probably will end up just betting the Buffs. Like, points. Give me the 2. I'd like it if it moved to 3. That'd be a little better for me, but 3.5 would be awesome. But yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll see. I have zero faith, but I want them to win, obviously. All right. On to the Broncos. Good God. Sorry, I'm taking a chew out. Starting to get heartburn. All right, man. The Broncos. Number one problem. Sean Payton's a fucking idiot. I don't care what any of you say. The guy's a moron. Problem number two. Bo Nix is not good. He's not even average. He's fucking terrible. Problem number three. Our receivers are average at best, bordering on below average. Problem number four. I would say the running game, but I'm not sure we even have a running game because we don't run the damn ball. It's my shirt now for Bronco Days. I will never understand this, man. You've got a rookie quarterback who isn't great. And you still, for the second week in a row, want him to throw like 5,000 times a game. He's not good. The receivers are not good. Throwing the football is not working. Run the damn ball. And I know, first, second quarter, you might get 2-3 yards, blah, 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 whatever. But at the end of the game, you'll start breaking runs because people are going to get tired and shit. It's the oldest thing in the run the damn ball. And then if you have some success, then you can run play action. And I think Bo Nix would be better off with that. If he'd be better off with anything. The other thing, can Bo Nix not throw more than 5 yards? Like I'm genuinely confused by this. 90% of his pass plays are behind the line of scrimmage or like for 2 yards. And the ones that he does throw deep, holy shit, he's not even fucking close. Not even close. Late, way overthrown, way under. Yes, he did complete 2 deep balls or relatively deep balls. 2 isn't going to win a game when you guys fucking lose like, 15-4. I can't remember what the final score was. What was it? It was something pathetic, man. Like and the other thing, we're kicking field goals just so we don't get shut out. Yeah. So we're down 13-6 we lost. Okay. We're down by 2 scores. I think it's like 13-0. Okay. Definitely 2 scores. And Sean Payton elects to kick a field goal just so we don't get shut out. That is the most bitch pussy move I've ever seen in my fucking life. So kick a field goal and now it's 3-13. You're still down by 2 scores, you dumb shit. But if you'd gone for the touchdown, we would have been down by 1 score. And since the onside kick and all that stuff is so fucked up in the NFL, it's just Sean Payton is a horrible fucking coach. I'm sorry. The guy is terrible at time management, and it might be because of Bo Nix partially, but he calls horrible fucking plays. He makes terrible decisions. He's got to read a goddamn paragraph to Bo Nix. That's the other thing, man. We didn't snap the ball with more than 5 seconds on the play clock ever, I don't think. I mean, they're in the huddle for 30 seconds. Let's realistically, 40-second play clock. Takes them 5 to 10 seconds to get the ball set. We're in the huddle for 25 seconds. We get out of there. You got 10, 15 seconds left. Bo Nix has got to read the defense, call audibles, protections, whatever, motion, all that shit. There's like 1 second on the fucking play clock and he's snapping the football because we're in the huddle for 30 seconds. Like, this is insane. And these plays aren't that complicated. Like, I don't understand why you can't just say screen left when that's all you run. Why can't SL screen left? Comeback route left. I mean, these aren't complicated plays. It takes him 6 hours to call the play in. And then, Bo Nix is rushing. He's maybe not seeing the defense all the way, wrong protect, whatever. It's a clusterfuck beyond all goddamn belief. Now, on to the defense. I'm not going to say they were bad against Steelers, but they weren't good. Little Pat Surtain, I'm done with that bitch. I'm sorry, man. He is not worth the money. He is not worth the praise he gets. Guy gets penalties. What is he doing on punt coverage? Getting holding penalties or blocking the back? Like, what is this? Your shutdown corner is getting beat. And people are like, oh, well, he doesn't get targeted that much. Well, yeah, the other team didn't throw the football. And when he does get targeted, he either gives it up, big play, penalty, or stops it. That's basically how most quarterbacks or cornerbacks run. He doesn't do anything special. The long-haired curly guy, that guy's a moron. He Singletary or whatever. No, useless, average at best. It was the Broncos are fucking shambles. And I think what makes me the most unhappy is all the still the optimism. But look, I still believe in Bo Nix. No, I never believed in Bo Nix. I thought that was a terrible fucking pick. What's wrong with you? I've never believed in the running game that we have. I don't even know who our running backs are. We have got 9 of them. They all suck. Our receivers suck. Courtland Sutton is useless for all the money he gets paid. The other guy on the offense with the curly hair, the white dude, he can't. 5 balls hit him in the hands and he dropped them. That's not a way to help your rookie quarterback. And it wasn't like rough coverage. This is just like right in his hands and he just drops them. Not good for Bo. Throwing 40 times a game, not good for Bo. 0 running game, not good for Bo. I mean, this kid has been set up to fail, and he wasn't that good to begin with. So, needless to say, I think Tampa Bay is going to stomp us. And then I don't see the Broncos winning 5 games this year, honestly. Unless something really changes. But I don't see it. Sean Payton's, again, a fucking idiot. That guy is a useless head coach. Well, Dutch, you can't do any better. Oh, this is what I think I actually could do better. Run the damn ball. Can't have 3 and outs, man. And don't throw on first down for 2 yards, barely get it, run on second for a loss, and then throw on third for 3 yards. That doesn't equal 10, dipshit. And our receivers can't run after the catch. They're not good. They need to catch the ball past the first down marker and get the first down. They're not good. Our running backs, I don't know if they're good because we don't call enough running plays, man. It's like 6,000 passes, 6 runs. You got to stick with it. Run the damn ball. This isn't fucking hard. Quit calling all these dipshit pass plays too. If Bo Nix can't throw downfield, get rid of him. This is the NFL, man. Throw passes down the field. And if our receivers can't catch him, get rid of them. I know it's not that easy, but it's just fucking annoying, man. The Broncos are so bad. And people are like, oh, I don't know why everybody's giving up. We're rebuilding. Yeah, we're in like year 10 of the rebuild. How many more years do you want? 30? I mean, that would be typical Broncos style. Win every quarter century. They should not the fucking Cowboys. Dude, they got destroyed at home. Fucking pathetic. And Baltimore lose. That's why I also think Baltimore is going to win, is because they lost to the fucking Raiders. Ugh. Pathetic. It's just bad. So this week we'll see. I'm looking forward to the SC game. That should be really good. The Buffs game, I'm hoping the Buffs win, man. I hope they can pull it out. The Broncos, I hope you don't lose by 100. You know, that's at this point, that's really what I'm going for. But what are you going to do? All right. I don't think I have anything else. Nothing else fucking worth it. We got shit to talk about, people, but I really don't care that much. Like, if you had an OnlyFans 2 weeks ago, don't post a bunch of shit about you found Jesus. That's my only. I just saw that now. And it's a deeper story we'll get into, but good God, yeah, whatever. Higgins will be here in 2 weeks. Should be fun. I don't know if we're gonna do a podcast, but I haven't seen Higgins since me and the Jippo called it quits. So it should be, I mean, kind of fun. He's gonna hang out for the weekend plus a couple days. I think we're gonna do some fishing. That's our, I don't know, maybe go sailing. I'll let him decide. He's not real, hasn't been real vocal about like, hey, this is what I want to do, Dutch. Maybe take him to Pikes Peak. I don't know, man. It'll be fun though. It'll be nice to be Higgins. I miss that guy. Kind of wish Mandy was coming because I miss her too, but we'll have a good time. We'll update you guys. Yeah, he gets in on a Thursday, so we'll probably do the podcast on a Wednesday, or maybe he'll want to do it. We hang out and chat together and shit. We'll see. 2 weeks, Higgins will be here. All right, that's all I got for this week. We'll be back next. Hopefully, the world doesn't come to an end before. Actually, hopefully, it fucking does. Because I mean, who's not done with all the crazy shit going on? Well, I mean, update. You know, the fucking Haitians eating people's cats and shit. We all know that. Just talk to a Dominican. It's super easy stuff. All right, man. It's been fun. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, do all that fun shit. Follow me, Dutch the Beast on Twitter, or Dutch in Denver. We're on Facebook, YouTube, you know, Apple, wherever you get your fucking podcast, Spotify, all that crazy shit. Until next time, bye.